As learners of Curro Dean, we uphold Christian values and norms, are loyal to our country, its culture, and its people, uphold love, loyalty, and respect as our core values, work hard to develop our talents, and strive to be worthy Curro ambassadors. Ductus exemplo.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Let everything that has breath do what? Praise the Lord. Amen. Amen. What a privilege to be here this morning, to be on the front seat, to witness what is happening in our school. Good morning, Hazes. Good morning, sir. You may be seated. My name is Mlojwa, the school pastor here at Hazeldean, and it's such a privilege to be here and to be on the front seat to actually witness this, what's the word, ostentatious occasion. It's amazing, amazing, unique opportunity and time that we live in. We actually get to see this happening in our school. I mean, how amazing is that? When I run, I feel God's pleasure. When I run, I feel God's pleasure. These are the words of a man named Eric Liddell. Eric Liddell. He lived in 1902, between 1902 and 1945. He was a Scottish sprinter and rugby player and later a missionary. Now what is special about him is that at the 1924 Summer Olympics, he was scheduled to run the 100 meters. When he got the paper of when he was going to run, he realized that he was actually going to run on a Sunday. His heat was scheduled to be on a Sunday. He had a value back then that he will not do any work. He was not going to run on a Sunday. And so he decided right there that he was going to change his 100 meters and he was going to run the 400 meters. And so in 1924, he ran the 400 meters, which was on a weekday. He broke the Olympic record with a time of 47.6 seconds. When asked why he loves running so much, he responded, "When I run, I feel God's pleasure. When I run, I feel God's pleasure." I say that as an introduction to show us and to make us realize that running is not just about athletics. Running is not just a sport, but actually God cares about sports as well. God cares about our world outside of church, outside of school. He cares about running as well. God is interested in athletics. He's interested in sports. In fact, when the Bible compares the Christian life, it often compares it to a race. It often compares it to people who are running a race of life, a race that is bigger and beyond the 100 meters and the 400 meters that we are running. When the Bible compares the Christian life, it compares it to one that we have to run. We have to exercise. We have to put in work. We have to focus. We have to win the prize. And so we're so proud of Bayanda Walaza this morning as we're having the capping ceremony and everyone is here just to witness this amazing, amazing occasion of a first in our country, of one of our own going to the Olympics. So I looked up Ubayanda. I looked up his clan names actually. So as Africans, we have this thing. We have this thing called our clan names, where you sort of, it tells us our history, it tells us who we're connected to. And so I was looking up his clan names, and it was very interesting what I discovered. I discovered that one of his names is actually also our surname. My surname is Mlojwa. But listen to his clan names. Unkala kaMphandana, umlotho, uvumisa, unodlomo, ukhathakulwini, ngelengele, uthiyane, untombizane, usithiye, esidlela amasi nenyama. Bathanda inyama, they love to. Ababhala ngosiba, abanye bebhala ngepensela. So they were great writers. And so it just sort of helped me connect. And when I was Googling his name, I was just writing Bayanda, and it finished it for me. So I was like, this guy is famous. And he was giving just his history and everything, and it was so amazing to get to know him. But that tells us that this is a community project, right? This is not just an individual success. In fact, there's a saying in the African language called umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. A person is a person because of other people. Yes, you need hard work, but you also need other people. And he's had a lot of people that have come and helped him. He's had coaches. His coach, right, has been there for him. He's had teachers, parents, the whole community come and assist him. So it's not a small matter when someone competes and they put in their all and they rise above the rest. It's not only a good fact for Curro, but it challenges everyone. It challenges everyone to use their talents to the best of their abilities. Excellence and being devoted to what you do is acting like God. Our God is an excellent God. That's why when we go to the beach or we go to God's window in Mpumalanga and we see nature, we leave there amazed at his creation. Why? Because it says in Genesis 1, when he created it, he saw that it was good. He really took time and he gave us the best. And so I pray, like Eric Liddell, that Walaza, when you run, you may also say, I run. When I run, I feel God's pleasure. I want to pray for us, and then I'm going to hand over to the next person. Let's pray. Lord, I thank you for this amazing occasion, just to be here and to celebrate and to pause. We live such busy lives, and this is a big deal. And we want to pause and thank you, first of all, and appreciate you for what you are doing, not just in one person's lives, but in a whole community of a school, that I believe this has been long in the making because of efforts and investments that people have been making. It comes to this where we have one of our own who's going to represent us at the highest level. What a privilege! What an amazing thing it is. So we wanna be excited with Bayanda. We wanna be excited with the school, with Gobus and the whole top management. Mr. LaRue, thank you for the teachers. Thank you for everyone who's put in the work to make sure that Curro gets to this level. Thank you for the excellence that's behind this. Thank you for the teachers. Thank you for the friend, the family, and the coaches that put in so much so that we can be able to be here. This is truly a testimony, Lord, of your faithfulness to the vision of this school. And we thank you that we're part of it. We're excited to see what lies ahead. We're excited to see what you're going to do. And so just want to bless this occasion and thank you and invite you to be part of us as we start. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good morning, ICs. And this morning we've got a number of distinguished guests that we'd like to welcome here into the heart of Curro Bayanda. You know that we serve a living God that lives inside of us. And what an absolute privilege this morning as we celebrate to make this assembly a little bit different But to all our guests, and I'm going to name them all right now, this is how we do things here at Curro Hazeldean. This is just another assembly morning. And we've decided, let's keep it like that. So we are going to honor, straight after me, Mr. Van Zyl will continue with our normal assembly. And you are going to see a number of our learners on the stage this morning as well, before we get to the real business. But it gives me great pleasure this morning to welcome Mr. Kobus Loubser, the CEO of Curro Holdings, as well as Ms. Marie Latergan, the Deputy CEO of Curro Holdings, as well as Ms. Natasha Mkizi, who runs the Ruta Sheshaba Bursary Scheme, Mr. Jopi Maastam, our business manager. I'm not going to name everyone because they're going to be here the whole day. Cindy van der Merwe, who heads up sports at Curro. Advocate Thando Tetsewa, who's the chairperson of our PRC, and all the other members. PRC also joining us this morning. It's great having you here this morning, as well as Ms. Fundishwa Slobo. She's not just from the Department of Education, but she's also on the Athletics Gauteng North Board. It's good to have you here as well, ma'am. Then Mr. Peter de Jager, as well as Mr. Sipho Shawe. And for the athletes, those are very familiar faces. You go to any athletics meeting in South Africa, they'll be there. These are top officials in the country, and they run basically the officials in South Africa. A very special word of welcome also to Zane Geldenhuys. Zane will be joining Bayanda at the Olympics. For those of you who don't know, I think she's broke the SA record now 4 times. You've got it broken. Watch out. But then, Zane, good luck for you as well at the Olympics. And then, Yvonne Skalk, she's executive member of the SA Schools Athletics. We've got a number of executive heads from different Curro schools. Great to have you as well. Mr. Viljoen, if I don't welcome, a special word of welcome from the primary school, he's going to chirp me later on. So Mr. Viljoen, you're also welcome. And all of the management members from the primary school, it's good to have you here this morning. And then we've got a number of athletic directors of different schools in our area. I'm quickly, Hoërskool Swartkop, Hoërskool Warekloof, Hoërskool Miller Park. Good to have you here joining us as well, serving athletics. And they've got a love for the game. As well from Tux, we've got Ms. Ilse Wixel and Amy Sutton. Good to have you joining us this morning as well. And then in the media, quite a number. And I'm not going to name them by name, but different media that's here this morning. Welcome to Marilla Media, SABC Sport, SABC TV News, City Press, Sunday Times, Super Sport Schools, our own Curro Media, the Star News, and then a special word of welcome to Erwin Schmidt from Back Sports, who is broadcasting this morning live. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. Now, like I said, it's a long list and it continues, but to all our guests, sit back and enjoy the morning with us. It's a special occasion. You're in the heart of Curro Hazeldean, and we want you to enjoy it. I'm handing over to the head of the high school, Mr. Wayne van Zyl.
Thank you, Mr. Leroux. Good morning, boys and girls. Thank you so much for your fantastic behavior, as always. Does somebody have a +2 glasses? Want ek het myne nou ergens gelos. Dankie Roe, ek sal jou roep as dit nodig is. Thank you. See. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to run through our normal results, etc. I see some of our tennis players back from Wiffelspoort. Welcome to you guys. Okay, let's go through, well, that's you this morning, as always, beautiful. sien jouself daarso. Okay, let's start with just once again congratulating some of our learners who recently participated in various events. So well done again, Rati and Misha, on your trip to Croatia, representing South Africa there in the Dance Star World Masters. Fantastic to you. We have already announced the achievement, but welcome back from Croatia. And then Vusis Kosana is absent this morning, let me know. And Stefan Tiart, congratulations. Towards the end of the year, we'll make more of that closer to the time, but in the meantime, fantastic achievements to you guys too. And then the next slide will be Alan and Sophia and JC. In 2 weeks' time, they will be going to, I can't remember, it's Budapest, where they will be participating in the World Junior Kickboxing Championships. And we'll make more of that as soon as you guys get back again. But good luck to you guys. And then in the last 2 weeks, we had a bit of tennis there in Hillcrest, KZN, sponsored by Curro, the Curro Centre Court Series. And as we said last week, these are the photos of Kolomonsi and Zoe Creer, alumni from our school, and they were then also crowned as the champions of that specific tournament. And the next slide, you'll see our CEO, Mr. Kobus Loubser, with Zoe and Bella Creer, who were both at our school and are doing great in the tennis. Staying with tennis, as we speak, she won't be out, so Kutsai Chapepa was chosen, as you know, to represent Zimbabwe's senior ladies Fed Cup. At this stage, she's in Africa somewhere, representing the under-16 Africa team, and her sister Ziva is representing the under-14 African team. Well done to those girls in their absence. And I don't know if the Sandamela twins are here. I don't think so, but you'll see that photo over the weekend. Our girls team participated at the Arctic of Fear Open in Buffelspoort it was, and there you can see Shanae and Michelle and Loretta and her sister during the championships. The next photo is team manager, Miss Leandri Surf. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your effort, leaving your family at home and looking after the kiddos. I think there's one more photo with our girls and the trophy, and if we go to the next slide, you will actually see those fantastic results. Have a look at the last one in blue is actually the result of the final, but you can see Potch Gymnasium, we comprehensively beat them, as well as Hoërskool Montana. So to those girls and team manager Miss Leandri Surf, thank you so much, and let's give them a hand because they got back last night. So on Wednesday, our boys team and girls team will be traveling back to the same venue, and they'll be participating boys and girls mixed teams. About 12 o'clock last night, 30 of our learners and Mr. Busikanile, Miss Racheline McCarthy, Coach Ish and Coach KK came back from KZN, Kersney College soccer tournament. You'll see a photo of two of them not playing soccer and a photo or two of the teams. Next slide, please, sir. There they are. The following two slides will be the results, so have a look at that. I think it was absolutely fantastic. Our first tournament that our girls participated in, and see those results. Eventually, we played for the fifth place, and we drew 2-2 against Durban High School, and we beat them on penalties. So well done to those girls teams. We're going to clap hands now because here come the boy results. We're clapping hands now, that's fine. Well done, girls. Here are the boys' results. If you can have a look at them, Sutherland High School, Durban High School, and towards the end, because of a couple of games drawn, we could only play for the 5th and 6th place, but well done, beating Ashton College in the playoffs for the 5th place. So congratulations to our boys and girls. And thank you so much to everybody making this possible. Let's give our soccer boys and girls a big hand. Beautiful. Moist. This coming Wednesday, next slide please, our cross-country boys and girls will be participating in the first league at Hoërskool Waterkloof. Those are junior girls and senior girls. Those are, or most of them, senior boys and junior boys. Good luck to Coach Henry and Coach Jan and the team Wednesday at Hoërskool Waterkloof. Then also busy preparing for the Noordval playoffs, our under 14, under 16 and first team hockey girls. There's a photo of, unfortunately I always take the photos after the games and the girls feel that it is unfair. But I can't take it before you play Morse. I guess a bit good luck, girls and coaches and Mrs. Sarina for managing the whole process. The next slide will show you the two things that will be happening only later in August, but have a look at specifically the culture and the sports festival from the 30th of August, as well as the pre-season swimming clinic and gala. If you can take note of that, please. And then our under 14 boys rugby played at Loftus on Saturday against Hoërskool Die Volgers. Unfortunately, losing that game, but still qualifying to go through to the Noordval playoffs. So thank you so much, Coach Edouard Teron, Coach Vincent Duplessis, and Coach Alan Botha. And well done to the team for never giving up. A good comeback towards the middle of the game, but good luck to all our teams and Mr. Jean Deploy and his team for the playoffs happening this coming Saturday. Speaking of rugby, Mr. Rufalune and your team, recently, about a week ago, the under-9 boys played in the final of the Blue Bulls under-9 tournament. And if you go to the next slide, you will see that they won it. And it is a fantastic achievement. They are the under-9 champions in their category. Let's give the primary school under-19 a big hand. And the coaches, Mr. Jimmy Stonehouse and Mr. John Lewis. And like Manera. Council, over to you. Oh, thank you. Where did you find it?
Good morning, Hazies, and welcome to all our guests. Just a few announcements from the council side. So just a reminder that the weekly planners are sent every week on Teams and WhatsApp groups. And then also just a reminder that there's a blood drive happening this week on the 18th of July, which is Thursday. As many of you know, there's a school library, but we don't have a name. So you can vote online for the name of the school library during the week. And then CK's Got Talent auditions are happening this week. So you can vote, you can book your auditions in Ms. Vea's classroom, and they'll be happening in first and second break. And then there'll be a plays next week, 30 Rand a ticket, and you can buy them at second break in Ms. Twaite's classroom. And there's the second session of the Eistedsfits will be happening this week. Strings, fine art, and guitar, and you can see Ms. Twaite at break if you want to participate in that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daniel. We are now going to announce the top 10 academic results of the second term. I know you're excited. May I ask the following? Okay, quickly settle down. As always, when ma'am reads the sequence from number 10 to number 1, we are going to do it a bit differently. Sorry, ma'am, you might have said it anyway. But just to save time, ma'am will read and show on the screen 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and we'll only call number 3, 2, and 1 up. And may I also ask our CEO, Mr. Kobus Loubser and our Deputy CEO, Ms. Marie Latergan, to come and join Mrs. De Beer on stage to give a handshake to those top achievers. Mrs. De Beer.
Good morning, everyone. Right, so it's also my privilege to announce the top 10 of each grade of term 2 then. And as Mr. Van Zyl said, only the top 3 will then join us on the stage, and you can get a handshake from Ms. Latergan and Mr. Loubser. And then I also ask the grade 8s just to join me on stage then. Right, so let's start with the grade 8s. In the 10th position, we have Elizabeth Miller, 79.47%. 9th, Sikhobile Makuzangwe, 79.98%. 8th, Kabu Mufokeng, 80.21%. 7th, Luandile Muklame, 80.36%. 6th, Letitia Zandamela, 81%. 5th, Owen Delport, 81.27%. 4th position, Unati Maseko. Okay, let's give those learners and then our top 3 that can join us. In the 3rd position, we have Amelia Buerta, 84.27%. 2nd, we have Abigail Epana, 86.59%. And then the top spot, Vunwe Maluleke, 87.52%. The rest of the top 10 learners, you can just get your badges from the grade 8s afterwards. Grade 9s, in 10th position, Siobhan Kurtzen, 84.74%. 9th, Dedintle Muketwa, 85.74%. 8th, Simologo Nkuna, 86.22%. 7th, Ella Lloyd, 86.59%. 6th, Salonde Msomi, 87.06%. 5th, Calvin Groenewald, 87.44%. 4th, Tumelo Matlala, 87.68%. Let's give them a round of applause. And then top 3, number 3, Leila Hiralwal, 88.79%. 2nd, Kumu Mashwikaneng, 91.69%. And then number 1, Valentinos Kundakis, 92.92%. Congratulations, you 3. Right, the grade 10s. 10th position, Javon Chaplock, 80.89%. Number 9, Hannah Epana, 80.99%. 8th, Kungawa Zankaka, 81.36%. 7th, William Stander, 82.94%. 6th, Kian Gous, 85.95%. 5th, Caitlin Benardi, 87.39%. 4th, Astrid May O'Neill, 87.84. Let's give them a round. Right, the top 3. 3rd place, Kristen Barry, 88%. 2nd, Jordan Blanchard, 88.85%. And number 1, Erika Monig, 90.39%. Dankie julle drie. Mrs. Nokia. Ms. Botes. Right, grade 11, 10th spot, Sadie Lefe, 84.81%. 9th, Kagiso Malatse, 84.92%. 8th, Altia van den Berg, 84.95. 7th, Michelle Mulol, 86.69. 6th, John-Luc Chaplock, 86.92. 5th, Emile Badenhorst, 87.29. 4th, Harshal Premkumar, 87.72%. Let's give them a cheer. Then our top 3, number 3, Ukugli Nchaba, 87.9. 2nd, Rara Rampershaat, 91.28. And then as always, 97.5. Alright, grade 12, so now it's a tough battle. Let's see how it goes this term. In the 10th position, Ruby Shaibisa, 84.18. 9th, Rofigwa Musi, 84.29. 8th, Unaile Jager, 85.73. 7th, Raitumeti Moleleki, 86.93. 6th, Daniel Mulol, 87.4. 5th, Sandri Venter, 88.08. 4th, Elise Badenhorst, 88.32. Let's give them a round. And then our top 3. And take note, this is not happening a lot. All 3 boys. Right, so in the 3rd position we have Christian Beerkes, 88.38%. Then 2nd, Jordan Oosthuizen, 89.27%. Number 1, Jaden van den Heever, 89. Thank you, well done, boys.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. De Beer. May I call now to the stage Cindy van der Merwe, who heads up Curro Sport, as well as Mr. Manus Hendricks, the head of sport at our school, and Mr. Leroux, if you don't mind joining him as well on the side, please. Okay, some fantastic achievements that happened in the second term, which we would like to recognize. Firstly, our learners who played for Gauteng North during the holidays. And as your photo comes up, can I please ask that you come forward? Can you just go to the next slide and start on with Akanani, Bongi, Oyin, Ontatile, Hannah, Amu, Ontatile Koza, Dalin Glovo, and Okushle Nshaba. If you can all come forward and receive a hug and a handshake, and just stay here, don't go away, no, stay. When you're all here, we want to give you a big hand, and somebody wants to take a photo. Fantastic achievements, boys and girls. Let's give them a big hand. So during the holidays, South Africa played chess in the Africa Junior Championships, and one of our learners represented South Africa in those championships. Can I call to the stage Erika Monnig? Congratulations Erika, nie net 'n slim koppie nie, maar ook 'n fantastiese skaakspeler. Let's give Erika a big hand. Baie geluk. Okay, so you'll see on the next slide, you'll see Anu and Babalo and Woga together with Coach Jan. They, during the previous holidays, were chosen. Just quickly listen to the context. So only 12 junior boys and girls were chosen over the whole country, of which these 3 represented our school in that national team. And I'm not sure if there's a next slide. Yes, there is, where they are actually with the whole team. And I would like to call on Anukolo and Pabalu Dloti and Reali Oho Smith to please come forward and receive them. Let's give him a big hand. Talking of records, and we have never had the opportunity to actually celebrate the following 2 records. The first one, 110-meter hurdles, boys 18. During the holidays, we had one of our learners who actually broke the national record. If you click 2 more times, can I ask that Matutsi Ndlo please come forward. National record. Matutsi, if you don't mind to stay there please, because another national record, and it is still held by 4 school learners, although it's a national record under 18 relay. I don't think Lisibe is back yet. If you are here, please come forward together with okay, thank you then. He's not here. Together with Matutsi, Inam, and Zatu. If you guys can please come forward. One more big hand to these learners and the senior. So the last sport that we want to recognize is the swimming. And firstly, 4 of our learners recently participated in the Botswana National Championships, and some of them have subsequently been chosen to represent Botswana at the Ghana Games later this year. And we would like to give recognition to Kutlo, Tema, Jack Newman, and Casey Newman. If you guys can come forward, please. Kutlo, Tema, Jack, and Casey. In the mornings when you are still sleeping, they are swimming. Stand with them and give a photo shoot and a big hand clap. Let's give them a big hand. Well done. Jack and Casey, thank you. Don't show that sign, even my face. Because then the marketing department cannot put it on social media. Okay, so our next swimmers are the swimmers who represented Gauteng schools as well as participated at the senior nationals. And I'd like to call to the stage, I think Jordan might still be in America, only landing tonight, so she's not here. And then Jace, Daniel, Joshua, Michaela, Liam, and Keitumelo. Liam is actually open water swimming, so he's one of the top open water swimmers in the country, and he has also been, or has qualified to go and swim in Italy in January, representing South Africa. They might be in the pool, but may I call Jordan, Jace, Daniel, Joshua, Michaela, Liam, and Ketumelu Jacob. So you guys here, where are you? Come on, swim vinniger. Okay, I know Jordan's not here. Who else are we missing? There's Joshua. Klein botteltjies groot gif. Hierdie man kan swem. Okay, smile for the photo. Congratulations, boys and girls. Let's give them one big hand and you may leave us. Okay, thank you so much, sirs and ma'am. We're going to go over to the culture, and after that we will do the presentation of the capping ceremony. Can I ask that, okay, we need to settle down. Thank you. Can I ask that Mrs. Marie Latergan, our Deputy CEO, and Mr. Herman Foster please come to the stage to give our recipients a handshake or a hug. Okay, before we get to our school's fantastic achievements, the primary school has also recently had some fantastic news with regards to their results. If you can go to the next slide, please. And there you can see the 2 category winners in the Pyrenees Arts Festival, as well as 2 kryptonites, and straight to camera 2 finalists, which we heard about just recently. Okay, so Saturday night at the Ola, that's at University of Pretoria, there was the final of the Show Up competition. 60 schools participated in the prelims, 25 learners were chosen, or 25 participants were chosen, of which 5 were from the university itself. So 20 learners out of 60 schools. We had 6 learners participate. Thank you so much, Mrs. Tia Dyer and Mr. Herman Forster, for supporting them. And may I ask if those learners please come to the stage. Misha, Rati, Zanri, Altia, Rubishay, and Atlihang. If you guys can please come to stage, and we can recognize and celebrate those fantastic achievements of yours. Stand and smile. Your friends are taking photos. Renee? Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Congratulations. So part of Mrs. Marie Latergan's brainchild is the Curro Create, where our learners have these fantastic... Okay, I'm just waiting for you guys to give Altea a seat there. Thank you. So where our learners have the fantastic opportunities to showcase their talents in art and any type of culture. And on Thursday, I think, Mr. Forster, we received the letter that one of our learners has reached the final of the straight to camera, and he's doing fantastic in art, but it seems as if he's doing fantastic in drama as well. And I would like to call to the stage Sichle Mbata, if you can come to the stage too. I didn't see you this morning, but well done, Sichle. No, first stand, face the cameras. He's famous. Let's give Sichle a big hand. So as part of the Curro Create, we had, I think, 250 entrants or something like that. I can't remember, Mr. Forster. 260, I apologize, entries. Well done to our Drama and Culture Department. So if you qualify for a kryptonite, see right at the bottom of the slide, you need 95% plus. So we had 30 plus kryptonites, and we would like to make use of this occasion whilst you are here, ma'am, to celebrate those fantastic achievements of our learners. You'll see your photo on this slide, and I think I went from grade 8 to grade 12, so sort of preempt that you need to start walking. And can I ask, before we get to the learners, we had 4 teachers. Okay, julle gaan nou op die spot gesit word. Meneer Roefelioen, jammer jy het dit net nie gemaak nie. Jy is daarby. Just go back 2 slides. Just want to see where Mr. Roefelioen actually yeah, now you were net, Black Raven. Okay, so can I call, I don't know if Miss Julian, I see you there, are you fine to come to the stage, ma'am? Strong enough? Please do. I'm so glad Mrs. Julian has been very ill and she's back here today. So if you don't mind, Mrs. Julian, Mrs. Watson, Mrs. Sir, and Mrs. Twait. Kryptonites, isn't that absolutely fantastic? Let's give our teachers a big hand. Stay here, stay really great for me. Samu, wait, you just help Mrs. Mrs. Julian Adler. Some stay, yeah? The man goes down. Okay, let's give our teachers a big hand. Setting the tone. Congratulations. Some will also help, man. Please to a chair, okay? Thank you. Okay, let's do the last couple of announcements and celebrations with the kryptonite recipients. Let's start with the youngsters, and I call Elizabeth, Siobhan, Imani, Liaho, Pimulu, Astrid May, Chelsea, and Hannah. If you can come forward so long, please. We'll take them in 3 little sarsies. Kyk hoe mooi lyk hulle. Pumelo James, not just a great swimmer, but an artist. Mooi Hannah, not just a top 10 learner, but an artist. Big hand for these learners. Well done. Thank you, boys and girls. Okay, next up, Kubo, Kirsten, Misha, Altia, Jordan, Mkolisi, Rotilwe, and Tertia. If you guys can come, please. Fantastic, boys and girls, big hand. Thank you very much. Thanks to more, you guys can go. And the last 6 learners, I call on Tandu, Warona, Hoipelu, Chelsea, Liam, and Yara. Congratulations, boys and girls. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Martin. Thank you, Ms. I'm going to get this ready for the longer person. It is now my privilege to hand over to Mr. Kobus Lopes.
Good morning. Can you guys all hear me? So I don't have to lean into the mic, is this okay? So, I've got to make a lot of speeches, but I'm a little bit nervous today, because it feels like I'm just surrounded by greatness in this room. So I think we should just give yourselves a hand. I mean, so Curro is a remarkable South African success story. A story which I'm very proud to be part of, and one that you guys are very much part of. We started out with 28 learners in a church hall 25 years ago, and today we serve 73,000 learners across nearly 190 schools. Curro's mission is to offer more opportunities to more learners across South Africa. And so our impact cannot only be measured in the number of learners that we have, and the buildings that we've built, the fields, the various facilities, the number of employees. No. Our task is to nurture and support young learners to reach their potential, to inspire, to motivate, to care, and to guide them to excellence in whatever they do. And I think you see this morning how many things you do. Since ancient times, people have been in awe of the athleticism, skill, and dedication that exceptional athletes possess and display. Watching someone perform at the highest level is a reminder of what we are all capable of when we push ourselves to be our best. One of the greatest Olympians of all time, an American called Jesse Owens, ran in the 1936 Berlin Olympics, a controversial Olympics. And he said the following: "The road to the Olympics leads to no city and to no country. It goes far beyond New York or Mexico or ancient Greece or Germany. The road to the Olympics leads, in the end, to the best within us. Athletes inspire us to strive for greatness in our own lives, whether it be in sports or in other areas. And that is why we are gathered here today, to celebrate Bayanda Walaza and his selection to South Africa's Olympic team for the 2024 Paris Games." Let's give him a hand. Let's just So we're so proud of you, Bayanda. Your natural talent to run is remarkable, but you're much more than a sprinter, much more than that. Because you've exerted yourself in countless hours of training to shave milliseconds even off your time. And in this discipline and this dedication, you inspire us all. Congratulations on developing not just your athletic prowess, but also the character and the life skills that will stand you in good stead in the future, whatever you do. We hope you have an incredible experience in Paris, and all the best with your matric exams and to all your classmates as well later this year. Let's give them a hand. We have much to be grateful for today, and I really want to honor those behind the scenes. I think, Pastor, you said it beautifully this morning. It takes partnerships, support. And the first person I want to honor is Mrs. Taliwe Walaza, Bayanda's mother. She raised Bayanda as a single mother over the last few years, and you should be very proud of your young man. Thanks for your support. The next person in Bayanda's life is Mr. Tabu Matabedi, Coach T. In so many ways, Coach, you exemplify the organization that Curro wants to be. A place where we practice sincere humility, but with an energetic work ethic and boundless ambition. A place where meticulous hard work prepares us to be world-class in everything we do. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for Bayanda and for the many other athletes under your care. We really appreciate your efforts. Thank you. And I want us to just cheer for Coach T as well. I want to thank the amazing team of Curro Hazeldine, all the staff, whether you're a teacher or whether you in an administrative or in any other capacity. Thank you for looking after the place and for creating opportunities, but also to the leadership group and to the people in Curro Sport. And in particular, I want to thank Cindy van der Merwe, who leads our sport portfolio, Mr. Manus Hendricks, who is driving our athletics program, and of course Pierre Leroux, the executive head of Hazeldine, and his many dedicated colleagues. Let's give them a hand. So in conclusion, every child matters. This is not just about Bayanda or about anybody else who got on stage today or was recognized. Every child matters. This guides our efforts to offer exceptional opportunities and a high-quality education to so many communities. Every child matters, and so we are committed to extending opportunities for young South Africans in all aspects of life. We are truly honored to be part of thousands of stories, your stories, developing stories. Stories of Olympic greatness in every walk of life. Whether you act or sing, dance, draw or write, whether you play sports, or whether you excel in academics, whether as a leader, as a professional, as an entrepreneur, or as an enthusiastic supporter, whether as a husband, as a wife, as a child, as a brother, sister, a parent maybe, or as a friend. Olympic excellence. And in the words of Jesse Owens then, the road to excellence must lead, in the end, to the best within all of us. May God bless you, Bayanda, and the school, all of you, with your dreams and your ambitions. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Loubser. So what's going to happen now, we're going to watch a 2-minute clip of the specific race which sort of made all of this possible. And then I'm going to ask you to stand. We're going to then welcome Bayanda and Coach T into the hall. The song we're going to play is the song that Bayanda actually listens to while warming up and getting motivated. We'll get to that now. But first, let's watch that video clip.
Running in the colors of Hazeldine. 10.36 a couple of weeks ago, over 100. And he is also a medalist at the Under-18 African Championships over this 200 meters last year in Zambia. What can he do as they go? Walaza, Manamela, Molepule, Twanani, Van Grienen, Steenkamp, Erasmus and Steenkamp. And already he's off to a flying start here on the inside, the flailing arms of Bayanda Walaza, but he isn't having it his own way as the guys from Pretoria boys chase him. But now Walaza comes into his own. He's flying.
The 17 race, but as you can see, Bayanda Walaza delighted with that time, as he should be, and that means he wraps up 100 meter, 200 meter double today, scoring a lot of points for his school. And he's celebrating, getting some congratulations there from his peers.
Okay, boys and girls, before we welcome Bayanda in, actually come up on stage, I'm going to ask Mr. LaRue if he can just do the official handing over and the capping. May I ask that we all stand? And you can face Bayanda, accompanied by our head boy Daniel Malol and head girl Chelsea Henderson and Coach T.
I was stuck in my mind. I couldn't get out. I needed you.
You can clap hands with me, girls.
Whatever was going on, I was the winner. They got it, man. Why would I believe that lie? I need to get you. I'm sick of your mind. Baby, go down the road. I'm done being quiet. I'm speaking my mind. We gon' do this all the time. We gon' do this all the time. I need a grace. I need a grace. And I need a faith. I need your love, I need your word, and I need your faith. Now when I move, you live in proof, you carry your weight. We gon' do this all the time, we gon' do this all the time. Forever, forever. Only me, only me,
Thank you, ladies and gents. Thank you, boys and girls. You may be seated. It was a close call, man. Bayanda, you might not know this, but you had a lot of people running around because the feel was that when it comes to cap an Olympian, it's something that's never happened in the history of Curro Bayanda, and a learner while still at school, representing the country at the Olympics. And the feeling was that it must be a special blazer. And it gives me great pleasure, and it's a massive honor to ask Mr. Lopse and Ms. Latergan to come and do the formal capping of Bayanda Walaza as Curro's first Olympian athlete. Thank you so much. Can I ask you to please stay standing? Boys and girls, you can never, ever dream too big. My challenge to you is please keep on dreaming and dream big. Bayanda, thank you for dreaming big. And we pray that God's going to be with you and that team at the Olympics. And then, like Pastor Sabu said this morning, when you run, we trust and know that you will feel and know that God is alive. And we've got other Olympian athletes with us. And we're going to close off with our national anthem. I want to ask you, let's sing it as if you're on that podium receiving a medal. Because you never know. It might be one of you one day that's going to get onto that podium. Because we're going to dream big. Thank you, sir. Let's close off.
Boys and girls, thank you so much, learners, for your, as always, fantastic behavior and your support. It is really appreciated. May I ask that we, as learners, stay standing while we have Bayanda and Mom and Coach T leave the hall, and after that, the guests. And then I would like you then after that just to have a seat. I need to make an arrangement for tomorrow. So can I ask that Bayanda, you guys don't mind if you can lead the way, and the guests of honor, please remember all of the guests. There's a bit of snacks in the staff room. It's been a long morning. Thank you. After you guys. Let's give them a big hand as they leave the sitting, please. You may have a seat, boys and girls. JC and Alan and Sophia. If you don't mind quickly just coming to me, please. JC, Alan, Sophia. Kom julle net gou hier na toe. Ek net gou 'n reëling